Allah has said, my biggest challenge is to look good and in style and not look silly. My wish is to learn how not to buy random pants and sweaters and keeping them forever in a closet and never wear them. And I think we've got a bit of a similar issue here, maybe slightly differently, because it sounds like you're not wearing anything. So why are you buying these things? And this is where it's looking at shopping habits. Why are you buying these pieces, Allah? What is the reason that has drawn you to these pieces? Now, is it because you've been out shopping and the shop assistant's been very helpful and so you feel you have to buy something and take it home even though it's not the right thing? Because if you do not know what the right thing is for you, it's very hard to say no. And if you have, there are some of us have a personality where we want to people please, we want to be helpful. And so when someone's very helpful for us, we feel like we owe them a debt and therefore we have to buy something and take them home, but we don't want to throw it out. It's called the sunk cost. This is the problem. Once we've bought something, we've sunk a cost into it, and it's much harder to let it go. It is much better to make a better decision before it comes home and not buy things rather than sinking that money into it, and then very hard when we get it home, because of course when you get it home and you realize that there's something not quite right about it, but you're not sure what that is, then it can be very hard to let go. And this is where defining your style, finding out the shapes, the colors, the proportions, all those things, how your personality influences your style, all those things will help you make better decisions. So this is all about getting better decision making in the stores so you don't end up taking the wrong pieces home. So this is where also finding a style recipe that works for you. So getting all your kind of statistics as such, so your colors, your styles, your signature colors, what your contrasts are, knowing what really suits you physically, also understanding your personality and what you really love, and creating a style recipe so that you know what works for you. And then when you're in a store, rate it an 8 or more, or does it bring joy, however you want to do it. But I was going 8 out of 10. If it's not an 8 out of 10, if you don't love it, don't bring it home. That is the biggest thing that will save you from having that wardrobe full of clothes you do not wear. Also having a style recipe where you go, this is how I want to be perceived. This is what I want people to know about me. This is going to help you create your style, and it won't be silly because it'll be related to you and who you are as a person. And so therefore you will feel comfortable in these clothes. Often when we buy things and I think that looks silly, is because it's not our personality. We've bought it because it looks good on somebody else, or because the sales assistant said it looks great, and we get home and just go, I feel silly. I don't feel like me. I feel like I'm wearing a costume in some way or other. So the more you know about your personality and how that influences your style, the easier it becomes to shop. So this is where you need to arm yourself with a great color and style education. And do not shop until you have that, because then you will know what is right and what is wrong, what to buy, what to leave back in the stores and not buy, empowering yourself. And that's what's really important. And this is why I created my 7 Steps to Style program, because it gives you that education, it gives you that knowledge, which will empower you so that you can find the right things. When you know about what suits you physically, when you know about your colors, all those sorts of things, and have spent some time thinking about your personality and how you want to create a style recipe. These things are really important. And once you kind of get these in place, you'll find it so much easier to shop, and you feel authentic in your clothes, and you don't ever feel silly because you know that what you're wearing is really you. So that would be my advice for you, is to start thinking about how do you want to define your style and what works for you, and getting that information, that knowledge, and then applying that before you go shopping. So stay out of the shops until you know that. There's no point. There's no magic piece out there that's going to fix your wardrobe or give you style, because you won't even know what that is until you understand this information. So this is an education. We were never taught this at school. I was never taught at school. I was not lucky enough to have a parent who had any sort of grasp of style, and so therefore it's something I've had to learn. And it's something you can learn, and that is what is so great about it, is we can all learn this. This is just like anything else we've learned, this is a science, and so we can learn it, and then we can apply it to our own wardrobe. And this is where, and we can learn, and we continue to learn our entire lives, and style changes over your life. We're not static beings, but it is something that you can learn. So I'd say stay away from the stores, give yourself, the education you need, and then make those decisions, because you never know, there might be things you've already got that could work, you're just not sure how to wear them, so you've been avoiding them. Or you could just go, yeah, this is never going to be right, and let those pieces go. So hopefully those little tips have helped you think about your wardrobe, what's working, what's not. And do feel free to join my 7 Steps to Style program. It's got an amazing community. Plus, I've got 4 personal stylists in there that I have personally trained to help you. They're on tap. They're on-demand stylists to give you feedback on what does and doesn't work in your outfits, which is fantastic and such a valuable thing when you are learning and educating yourself about your style. So thank you so much for your questions as well. Please keep sending them to me, Imogen at InsideOutStyleblog.com, and I will chat to you again soon. Bye for now.